There are plenty of nerve-wracking details that has been eliminated, maybe because they wanted to show unorthodox and ambitious Sara living in a conventional environment. What a beautiful day to begin with. Thank you so much for being with us, and today I am going to review Malayalam movie Sara's. The story is about Sara Vincent. From college time, she is determined to pursue her career. She doesn't want to give up on all the conventional vibes that comes from her surrounding, because in our Asian culture, especially all Asia, right, they just portray women that you have to just get married no matter whatever you study, whatever your majors are. That has been put aside and give you the priority that you doesn't wanted it. But here Sara is determined. She has a vision, goal, and she is walking on that path, and she doesn't want to pay heed to all those people coming in her way. It's not negative, but she is always embracing the positivity around her. She doesn't want to be like other conventional girls, those who just give up on their dreams and listen to their parents. But the good thing here is that Sara Vincent has very good parents. They are listening to her, and the most important thing is a loving, caring father who really wants to listen to her daughter instead of imposing his or the parents' will on her. And before moving further with this story, in Southeast Asia, there is a terminology that has been used very normal. It's like leftover girls. If the girls are above 30, maybe in our culture also it happens, like when they are above 30, there is impact of a, what do we say that, I call it a gaslighting. Even the parents are the ones who are telling, now you are already 30 and definitely you will not have any prince who will come on the horse and pick you up. Definitely you are leftover. So that happens in Southeast Asia and here also in our society. Sara doesn't want to listen all this because she is associate director and she is at the verge of losing or getting her first opportunity, a breakthrough to become a director, because now she is dreaming for the bigger step. It's a leap in his career, a milestone she really wanted to achieve. So from associate director, now she is planning to become a director, and she has planned everything. She is doing her level best, meeting all the individuals, and during that time, she has to go through all the negativity that we see in the film industry, but she really overcame on all these things. The most important thing is during this time, she has been continuously given impression by her mother that you should really find a boy right now. But suddenly during all this creative work, she met a guy through one of her friends, right? And his name is Jeevan. I believe that you will not have this kind of practical, caring, and easy to go person. You know, your husband or the wife, you will not have a user friendly manual be given through that. So they don't come with the user friendly manual. They have their own priorities, and the most important thing is the stress that comes from the parents, and that happened in Jeevan case as well. It's not about a negativity about the way they think. Imagine that I read somewhere else something like first they criticize you, first they ignore you, then they criticize you, and once you become something, they will say how you do it, how you did it. Means the similar people will always be there, a hardliner critics, and thus they are the ones who will be clapping for you for all your achievements, and that happens in her case also. Especially the journey from nobody to somebody is very tough task, and Sara went through easily, but without help of Jeevan, she couldn't achieve it. She could have done it, but Jeevan has been a great help during this time. And definitely he is benevolent husband, obliging everything and listening to her whatever her decision is. So they didn't want to uh, have a child. Unfortunately, it's an accidental pregnancy. So how they could avoid this one? And because she really understand that her duration for the movie and all this they are coming, and she has to understand what the priorities lies in her way. During that time, there is a huge pressure from parents from both sides, but finally she talks to her father. And because no matter whatever your decision is, before taking that step you should think about our life is not associated with ourselves. It surrounds all those people who are living in that circle. If we think about our own self, we believe that we are selfish. Sarah is not wrong here because she thinks and believes that there are normally like 20 years, 2 decades of your life you really need to serve to give a healthy child to the environment or the community. So that child really needs 20 years, and she doesn't want to give up 20 years of her life. And in the end, because she met one of a veteran actress also, whom she really wanted to being casted in her movie, she got the vision from her life also, because somewhere in the middle of the success she lost all the good opportunities and she doesn't want to do that. So in this patriarchal setup, or where especially the families, you can't say that this is only a problem of a man. Women himself gets hardliner criticism from their own mothers, from own women. Men somewhere do understand things, but if they are educated, that what the time really needs. And normally in our culture there are not plenty of men like Jeevan, and you have to Google online, maybe you will find somewhere, even the Google will not find it. There comes the time that Sara was not even talking to Jeevan while they are married, and now they are in this situation. So during that time, the notice board over there is always that give you a vision or the vibes that first Sara Vincent movie. Embrace your identity, walk on the channel that you have already designed for yourself to reach the destination. So Sara was determined, and the most important thing was so Sara was determined, and most important thing was Jeevan's support and her father's support. So it's not compulsory that every successful man has a woman behind him. So there is always every successful woman has to a supportive man, and it could be your brother, your husband, your father. I hope you will really enjoy this movie. But the another thing that I really felt from many cross-cultural experiences also, that it's a huge decision to make it, and especially before doing that you should be more protective. And the important thing is that there are like PAS, the post-abortion syndrome also, and there are phantom kicking and all this. I have learned from these people, and no matter, there are a couple of friends also, they go through miscarriage also, and it's a life from a life. So before originating that life, you should consider that it's not merely about you, it's about families around us, their feelings, and the most important thing is your inner self, how contented you are with your decisions. No matter whatever the situation is, you always need to understand that the first and the most priority is embracing yourself, embracing your vision. And the thing is that there is another Korean movie I will review sometime also, that how this toxic environment is giving you always pressure. It's like a pressure cooker environment, and I hope you will. The beautiful thing is it's all about like a family drama, and it's not about your fighting scenes or antagonist protagonist or something like this. It's good. I really like it. You should watch it, and it's good that they have come up with this challenge, and especially during this time when we are working from home, a lot of pressures growing up in our minds. So make wise decisions. Always stay safe. Bye bye.